I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting strong.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. And the New York Giants taking on Andy Dalton and the New Orleans Saints.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Let's go, deep tight.
Jones looking to throw right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a 3-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. There's Chris Olave. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Now Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. No score after 1 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Passing, it's Dalton. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Holding offense. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the catch made by Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he rifles one incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Dalton. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's Dalton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dexter Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To try again after the sack. Dalton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Andy Dalton. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. Dalton operating in the red zone now. His throw incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And it'll be Dalton again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On 2nd and goal, Dalton got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dalton now to pass. He finds his man Johnson.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Again, it's Johnson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
James now to return. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that. Oftentimes, we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's complete to Shepard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And some room to work. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Breida taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
James now to return it. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Barkley, and they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give the defense a really nice opportunity.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. Gets past 1 man. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Darnay Holmes in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A 10th carry for Kamara. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Saints first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his target. It's Olave. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. He'll get it inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now Dalton, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Dalton. He gets it left side to Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are...
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York set to take the field. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Time now for Dalton's turn here in the extra session. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return, it's James. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Giants win the football game. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.